like you even more because you're imperfect. And I was like, what the fuck? I just made you clean up my vomit 3 times and you like me more?
Okay, ready? We're looking. 3, 2, 1. Wow. Oh,
That
and the
sucks.
lava like okay. Look at me, I've just got like heaps of alcohol in me. Yes.
Should I take my shoes off?
The dogs for free?
No, I'll keep my socks on.
Welcome to the first ever Bottoms Up podcast. And by first ever, I mean the first ever with a proper set. We've done a few of these on members where we've just kind of made TikTok clips, but we thought if we're going to make a podcast, we've got to make it in the same level of quality that we've been making our content in, and that's what we're doing. We're going to have guests, we're going to have fun games, cocktails, drinks, and who knows what's going to happen with it. I feel like we might suck at it and never post it anywhere.
But we're here to give it a go. And doesn't it look beautiful? So if you can just watch that, and then hopefully what we say, you know, will also make sense and be enjoyable. So we've been trying to think of like segments for the podcast, basically for when we have guests. Like I want reoccurring questions. So the one we were going to do at the start is favorite cocktail, and then we were all going to drink it. So we wanted to start with Tannar and my favorite cocktail, or cocktails.
Well, you also stole. Well, it is your favorite cocktail. You introduced it to me.
True.
But I had to pick another one. So
Well, we're going to do one each. My favorite cocktail is called the Charlie Chaplin. It is a gin-based cocktail with apricot brandy and lime juice and
slow gin.
slow gin. Wait, slow gin.
It's slow gin, apricot brandy, lime juice.
Oh, okay, yeah. 3 ingredients.
Easy.
Simple, but amazing. And it's not that easy to find on a night out. Okay, so go out and ask for it, and hopefully we can change that.
If you're above the age of 18 or
Yes,
21, depending on where you live,
yes.
please. We don't want to get in trouble for telling people to underage drink.
Mm-hmm.
If you're legally allowed to. And mine is my second favorite. Can you guess it?
Is it an espresso martini?
Did you already know that?
Yes. I can see the ingredients on the floor there.
I'm like, mine is an espresso martini. So the way that the night goes is I go to the restaurant, I have an espresso martini. The night's good. I'm starting.
Sorry.
You good?
I'm not about to accuse someone on set of
Did somebody
farting, but
fart?
I'm going to accuse someone on set
who
of farting.
Who did some?
Can you smell it? It might be the fart. We did fart spray in here the other day. So before
It could be that. Honestly, I could fart and who knows. I might not eat. I reckon.
Okay.
You couldn't smell
You
the fart
couldn't
spray the
smell
other
the-
day, you
you should get that
psychopath.
checked. Anyway, moving on.
I start the night with an espresso martini to get me going. Then I have a Charlie Chaplin, probably another Charlie Chaplin. Then I'll dabble with an Aperol Spritz. What else do I like?
A
Oh, a
Negroni.
Negroni.
A Negroni.
Actually, I'd probably prefer an Aperol to have a Negroni. Negroni's a good drink, and I
Yeah.
almost guarantee when Lannon is on, a Negroni will be his cocktail, which means it's going to be
100%.
not a messy one for him, but probably a messy one for us.
What other ones are good?
What, cocktails?
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Aperol Spritz, espresso martini, Charlie Chaplin, Negroni. I think that's amaretto sour. That's probably the 5
yeah,
that I
yeah,
have
yeah.
personally.
Plover Club.
What is that?
I think it's a raspberry and gin and egg whites. What are
it's
your
kind-
thoughts on egg whites in cocktails?
My thought on egg whites is, you know, the fluffy texture that it gives you is delicious. I don't give a fuck if it's eggs.
You just can't think too hard about it. I
Dude,
remember.
I eat eggs. If you eat bacon and eggs, what's your fucking problem having a drink with it?
I get that it weirds people out. But I remember when I was doing bartending, and there'd be people who'd come up and they'd see egg white next to the drink, and then they'd be like, "Oh, can I have it without egg white?" And I was like,
Do you not understand how the egg...
"I'm like, you don't understand."
This building feels like it's going to fall down at any moment.
And then their cocktail would look like because
Because they've got no fluffy
no
egg white on
fluffy
it.
texture.
Is there anything... Isn't there like substitutes for it though now? Vegan ones?
Probably. I don't think they were vegan. I think they were just confused about the egg white thing.
Which I
Some
completely
probably
understand,
were.
but I think like why don't bars instill things that aren't egg white? Because you're wasting the yolk then, no?
No, I think you can buy it just like
the
we had like
tubs,
a bag
yeah.
of egg whites.
A
It
bag
was
of...
really gross.
That's actually
was like this-
feral.
Yeah, this squirty bottle of egg whites. Where did the yolks go?
Where do the yolks go? It's actually a great question. Where do the yolks go?
We want
We want answers now.
We want answers.
Okay, so look, Ilsa, we've
To the pasta makers. Sorry. Egg yolks pasta. That's where they
I
go.
think that's a fair enough assumption.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to the channel. So essentially, what we started talking about this, creating this channel, how long ago do you think?
A year? I think a year feels right.
Do you not think that we started talking about it before we started TOS?
Oh, we did, but not very seriously, I guess.
I think probably like when we like moved to Melbourne, that was when we kind of were like, okay, we're in the perfect spot for it. We've got these like collaborative spaces. Now is the only time where it's going to be possible. If it doesn't happen now, it's not meant to happen. And I think that now it just feels like so much time has passed, yet not at all. Like that's what's crazy to me is like how many videos we uploaded?
More videos than I probably ever have uploaded on my own channel.
Nah, not yet.
I reckon.
Nah,
I think
not yet.
I don't
Hold
even
on,
know how
let
many
me check.
videos I've uploaded on my channel. I'm going to guess 15.
15?
Not very many.
Hold on. One.
I hope it's 15. I hope it's 15. If it's less than
three.
15, that's embarrassing.
Okay, how many do you think Bottoms Up has uploaded?
10?
Well done. Ilsa, you've got more on your channel than you think. Probably like 25.
Okay.
But we've done
25,
10. We've done 10.
We've done 10. Okay.
But
So
we've also
at this rate, we should overtake in, 15 weeks?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
We've recorded a lot of videos now. We're aiming for weekly.
How many have we recorded?
I feel like we've recorded probably like 4 or 5 on top of the 10. So we'll probably record like 14, 15, which is insane because it's like we spoke about doing this for such a long time. And then we kind of like put this lovely team together, which is there's 2 of them behind the cameras right now. And we're very grateful for that. But it kind of just happened. And then all of a sudden we're like pumping out all these videos. Then we went away for 2 months and then we came back and we're pumping out all these videos. You get into such a routine with it. You're like, whoa. But I feel like we have these moments when we're creating content where I look around, I'm like, what the f is my job, bro? Like even now I'm like, what am I doing? I don't belong here.
I really like the structure of it. It's so much better than making content solo, I think. Like it just feels like less pressure.
If it does bad,
If it does
for both
bad,
of
I
us.
can blame all the other people in the room. And so that's really good.
I can blame literally everyone else. I would completely agree though.
Yeah.
Like I hate, we're not blaming people.
Not blame, but it's like, it's not like, oh, here's a video that I came up with, made, edited, everything, and then it does bad, and then it's like, I'm bad. Whereas it's like, there are other factors now that you can not blame, but just be like, it's just less, it's me, you know?
It's me.
It's a me.
I think I've done a lot of solo content, probably about 600-700 videos.
Yeah.
There comes a point where you're sick of hearing your own voice. And although I'm still sick of hearing it, it's easier when I'm having a conversation with somebody versus like reaction content where I'm like talking to a brick wall.
Yeah.
There's only so many like, oh my God, insane TikToks. That's so crazy. Like
You did so much reaction as well.
daily content for
I
a
don't
long
know
time.
I don't know how. I haven't got a wide enough vocab for reaction, I realized. I think I did like a couple reaction videos and I was like, amazing. That's amazing. Oh, cool. Cool. And I was like, oh my God, like my vocab is so bad.
I think there's a thing with reaction content where it's like it takes a part of your soul. Like
Yeah.
and it got to a point where I was like, I was doing it and I did quite well with it, don't get me wrong. Like it was definitely a successful thing on my channel, but it's like it got to a point where I was like making reaction content to like keep, you know, the wheels turning and keep everyone, you know, employed and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, am I making content because I enjoy it or because I have to?
Yeah.
And then I was like, I need to have a break. And that's why I haven't uploaded on my own channel in like 8 months. But that will come back. Look, I feel like a lot of people don't even realize that we're creating content on this channel. So I'm hoping eventually they find it.
I hope so. I hope they do. Because I get comments being like, post up like on your channel. I'm like, just go here, please.
Yeah,
Please
I saw a
find it
comment
here."
on our most recent video and they were like, oh, I didn't even realize like you guys were uploading like
Yeah.
all of this. And I'm like, please go find it. Because between us, we've got like almost 2 million subs. So it's like, where they at, bro?
Yeah.
Where they at?
Where they at? Come over here.
I also
please.
think, to go back to your point of like the pressure thing, starting a new channel is like takes a lot of pressure off you. Although it's difficult, it takes the pressure off it. It's difficult to start a new channel because you really have to like work really hard in order to get to the point where it succeeds. But I think that the pressure of having like, say for example, my channel that has like 1.2 million subs, like it just, those subs aren't there for bottoms up content. They're there for like laser beam reaction content, all these click, like all this shit. I'm like, I just want to start clean slate, let the YouTube algorithm do what it's meant to do. Because it's like the most incredible thing. If you make a good video, it will do well. Or if you eat some snacks, it also will do well.
Trust in the algorithm. The algorithm knows best.
Our third video got 100K.
Yeah.
That was mental.
That is pretty crazy.
That doesn't happen.
More snack videos.
We did record a snack video the other day.
What would be next? We've done England, America, Australia.
I did Indian snacks. That popped off on TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
Like
What were their snacks like?
Good, really good. A lot of like, is it cumin?
Yeah.
A lot of cumin. And what is it? Paprika.
Oh,
A lot
yeah.
of that. But
I
like
love paprika.
there was like one Indian sweet that like, oh my God. I know that I've said that food turns me on. That shit turned me on. Guaranteed.
I want to try it now.
We'll have to do it.
Mexican snacks?
Yeah, Mexican snacks would be
Yeah.
it. I feel like it's hard though, because it's like, I mean, it's easy. I feel like sometimes I struggle and I stress about, obviously, one, butchering the names of things, butchering my opinion on things, because people get very...
So butthurt. And the
Very
American
butthurt.
snacks one, they're like, no one eats this. And then like you see other comments being like, here's how you actually eat it. I'm like, clearly some of you are eating this. Like just because you personally don't doesn't mean the whole country is.
I'm sorry, if I go onto an American snack site and
Yeah.
this is what is most popular, that's what I'm buying.
Yeah.
Also, when it comes to American snacks, not only have I done it on my own channel, I've also done it on TikTok. I've also done it on Bottoms Up. Never fails. I think that popped off like 4 times for me.
That's pretty good.
If it ain't broke,
That's a
don't
good-
fix it. You know what I'm saying?
Very true.
Who's got the worst snacks?
Oh, let's piss off a country right here.
I personally think America had the worst snacks by my standards.
But out of the 3 that we've tried,
Yeah, out of the 3, I think England was kind of similar to Australia in some.
who would have thought? Who would have thought? What's that? What's
Our
that?
bartender.
Is this good?
I'll tell you in about 3 seconds.
Did you shake it with ice?
Yeah, of course.
Why does it look like it's separating?
It doesn't look very chilled.
It does look chilled.
It is chilled. I know how to shake.
Yeah, it's chill. It's definitely chilled.
I don't know if I f***ed up the measurements. I have no idea.
We'll find out in about
Okay.
2 seconds. Ready?
Our Charlie Chaplins have arrived.
But I tasted it. It didn't taste that bad.
That bad. This is my least favorite shaped glass, I have to say.
Oh, I fucking hate
It
these
makes me
glasses.
It's so easy to spill.
You know how like it's so funny how like I don't want to say the word is snobby, but it's how particular we are with cocktail glasses now.
Yeah, I never thought glassware would bother me.
Bottoms up. Look, it's not great.
He went heavy with the lime juice.
He just eyeball.
What do you mean you just... It's like they can't taste it. We should just pretend it tastes really good. So we're
Ready?
like,
Okay. We'll
guys,
fake it. We'll
go
fake it.
find a bar with Charlie Chaplins near you because this is great.
You do need to do another reaction to. Oh, yep.
It's so well balanced. It's that if you like a sour but sweet kind of cocktail,
It's not
This is the
bad.
one
it's
for
just
you.
so limey. Holy shit! Bless him. He did so well.
He did
But
his
like,
best.
brother,
He did
come
his
and ask
best.
for the shot glass.
but maybe when the guests eventually come, maybe we make the cocktail with them.
I feel like that's the thing is we are cocktail snobs. That's the problem.
bit.
We are cocktail snobs. This is what happened when we went into lockdown. We went into this phase of just making cocktails. Like when I say that Ilsa had a barrel to aged Negronis,
I get it.
That's the level we were at. I have never, like Ilsa's worked in hospitality before. I have never. I was always a photographer in clubs. Motherfucker, when it came to COVID, I learned every cocktail I could. I am like good at making cocktails and I've never worked behind a bar.
It's a good skill to have.
It's a very good skill to have.
It's a great.
It's great cocktail, Jack.
It's actually...
Yeah, it's really good.
It is good. It's a bit lime heavy.
Yeah,
It's a
a
bit
little
lime
much
heavy.
lime.
I did the amount of lime they said.
I don't
Yeah, but
believe
did you do? I don't believe.
Didn't you say you eyeballed it?
I thought it tasted alright.
It doesn't taste?
No, it's good.
It doesn't taste bad.
It's zesty and refreshing.
You look like you're crying.
That's not this. I've definitely had worse Charlie Chaplins, like made in bars that have been
100%.
like bad.
Dude, I had
bad.
a Charlie Chaplin where it wasn't even gin or anything like that. I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
It's like
I-
passion fruit liqueur, and I was like, the fuck is
I
this?
prefer too sour than too sweet.
Very
So
true. So you've done well.
You've done well.
You've done so well.
I also love a dehydrated lime garnish.
Oh, we should get
sitting on top. But
No. We should definitely get that. We
It's
should
okay.
get
We'll get that for
proper
next.
glasses. And also, I
Garnishes.
also need to take this alcohol home because it's actually
Yeah.
mine.
I'm a hoe for a garnish. I have to say, like it just
You're a
it just
slut for a
complete-
garnish.
I love a garnish.
okay, Ilsa, I've got a question.
Yes.
What has your favorite moment been so far of doing this channel?
Oh my
Other than right now, which
God.
we're obviously thriving in this.
Our favorite. I have to say, it could be Iceland. Does that count?
Penis Museum. Let's
Penis
fucking
Museum.
go, man.
That was very fun, very informative. I just felt like I learnt a lot. I love that your mum was there with us. I thought that was a great addition.
I feel like Mum was the videographer for this penis museum that we went to. Which was it? Philological? What is it?
Philological?
Philological. So essentially, we flew from Australia to Iceland. That's what I'm going to title it. And yet we actually were already in London and we went to Iceland. And we went to this penis museum and fuck, it was eye-opening.
The largest collection of phallics
Phallics, yes.
in the world.
There was literally a 95-year-old Icelandic man's human penis preserved in that place.
Yeah, that was definitely the funniest because we had a guide who was saying that basically they didn't want his penis, but he left it in his will for them. And it was kind of awkward because they didn't want any human penises in the collection, but they ended up accepting it because it was his dying wish. So they have it.
And it is traumatizing. No offense to the man, but fucking hell.
It was old and shriveled
And wrinkly.
and yeah. But
There was also like, they had like mythic penises. So they had like a troll, a merman, like they had all of these like random.
it was so funny. Tanner's mum went up to the merman penis and said, "This one's like your father's," and it had it was large. It had scales and was blue. So make what you want.
So look, maybe taking my mum to the penis museum was a fucking mistake.
Yeah.
But it was so funny because she was like so we just filmed it on my iPhone and she just had like it on a tripod and then just could not stop pissing herself laughing while she's trying to record. We're like, okay, we obviously got Alicia to figure out if we could go and film there. And I'm like, you never know what's going to happen. You can travel all this way and they're going to be like, no cameras in here. We rock up and I was like, oh, look, we sent you an email. Is it okay if we record here? They're like, yeah, no worries. They got Aperol spritz at the front door with the bar and they've got penis stirrers in it. So like, I'm like, oh, they're chill. Don't even worry about
They
it.
were super chill.
So then
it
we
was
got
so
to
much
see a lot
fun.
of penises. How many penises do you think we saw?
I think we probably could find out, but I reckon there were at least probably 300 penises
At
in
least,
there.
yeah, because they're little teeny tiny like mouse.
Yeah,
ones,
I
mice
think
ones.
the smallest was a mouse, and
Yeah.
then the biggest was the blue whale or the sperm whale. Blue whale, I guess, is bigger.
There is a picture of us with said penis. We will insert here.
Yeah, massive, as big as us, really. It was
I would say so. Yes.
For the other
kind of shriveled up
penises-
as you went up though.
Yeah, I would say for most of the penises, they included the testicles as well, but for the blue whale, and the other whales, they didn't. It was just.
You reckon they got some big fucking knockers?
I think so. I don't think they could have fit it all in the
The museum is not large enough for the penises.
No. The elephant one was kind of crazy. Did we get that on camera?
Yes, we did. It's a picture of us going like.
I
next to
thought
it.
the elephant one was actually just a log.
I
a
thought it
piece
was
of
as
wood.
well. I thought it was just like a wood
It looked
carving
like
of what it
wood.
was meant
It
to
looked
be.
like wood.
Was that a preserved penis?
I don't know.
I don't know. Look, we kind of blacked out a little bit. We had a few shots and some drinks before we went. And the rest was history. But that's a really good video, so you should go and check it out. But I feel
that wasn't all we did in Iceland as well. Like
we did other things other than look
Yeah.
at dicks. So that's the main priority.
yes, we had our weirdest food tasting we ever had. We went to try some authentic Icelandic cuisine, and they offered
I don't
us
even want to talk about it because I can taste it in my mouth.
a shark and shot. It was like a drink combo. And I was like, a shark and shot. It sounds kind of fun. Sounds like a cowboy shot maybe. But no, it was actually like this liqueur and a piece of fermented shark. And it was disgusting. It was actually feral. It tasted like a combination. The texture was like a sponge.
It was like a moldy sponge that you've left in your sink for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, sponge, old piece of gum, and tasted like blue cheese and urine. If you Google what does fermented shark taste like, actually that is the flavor profile. Blue cheese and urine.
And it's kind
It's
of
not good.
the taste that does not leave your mouth no matter what you do. And so when you think, okay, it's a shark and a shot, you're thinking, okay, the shot's going to be so like methylated spirits that it's going to burn every taste bud that you have. And then literally the shot did absolutely nothing.
No.
It did absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
It actually didn't even assist at all.
But apparently there are lots of health benefits to fermented
But
shark.
apparently it's really good for your gut health. So like that's really important. But I'm even like when you say it now, I can taste the taste in my mouth.
I can feel the texture.
Wet, dirty, moldy
yeah.
fucking sponge. Disgusting.
Now, tell me, what was your favorite moment so far?
From what I can remember.
Yeah.
I feel like my favorite moment so far. Ooh, that's actually a really good question. What videos?
You
have
had
we-
time. I just gave my answer, so.
I was actually thinking about the Iceland vlog. Hold on, let me just check the channel out real quick. 1 second.
You like ghost hunting with Alda?
Oh, that was a journey in itself.
But no. No, it was good. It wasn't out.
I personally think that the drunk painting was
Oh,
the first
yes.
shoot that we did with a team around us. And I think originally we did a test shoot, which was YouTuber products. And that was just Ilsa and I in a room. She didn't want anyone else in the room because she was petrified. Because obviously like I've got a lot of experience when it comes to making content with other people because of TOS and my own channel. But Ilsa's new to it. So I understood that. And then the first one where I was like, okay, look, we need the team here because it needs to make the content better. And Ilsa got so obliterated that she vomited, and it was like I don't remember finishing that video,
Yeah.
but I've never laughed as much as what I have watching that footage back.
I would say like I rarely watch videos back of myself and laugh because it's kind of like you're watching yourself on camera, so it's a little like, ugh. But like that video makes me laugh.
I think
a
it's the
lot.
Bob Ross costumes.
The Bob Ross costumes definitely carry.
I think costumes becoming a part of our brand and what we do and our aesthetic
Yeah.
is such an important part because it's like, although we're not playing like a character, we're still like being somebody else. Like we're able to disconnect from who we are, so we're able to be funnier, in my opinion.
Yeah, I love the costumes.
The costumes are so good.
Will stay.
As long as we can have a costume, we're having a costume.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's anything that like correlates with what we're making, I think that's what we do.
Yeah. It can be a very distant correlation as well. Just anything, there's a costume.
Australian snacks, tradies.
Of course.
5-minute crafts, surgeons. That was probably
Obviously.
That was
5
probably
minute
the
crafts,
furthest
we're
we've-
surgeons. We're doctors.
because we're performing surgery on a grape essentially.
Yeah. It makes sense.
To us at least.
It makes sense.
But I feel like other than that, I would say real versus fake alcohol, which is another drinking one.
Yeah. There's
Like I think those two, because it's just you are your loosest self. Like you are so funny when you're drunk, and like I'm messy. You go to this level that is so funny.
I mean, I've gotten pretty lucky that I don't. I'll say when I was younger, like I'm old, but I got more anxiety. And then I think I realized I was like, oh, everyone else is drunk. No one cares. But since this channel, now I get actual anxiety because it's like everyone watching it is most likely sober. Like I doubt everyone's watching our channel drunk. Like you're like that, you know, what you would use to like tell yourself to make yourself feel better. Like everyone else is drunk. No one remembers what you said. It's on camera now that
Well,
everyone
also-
is watching sober. So it does give me a
Well,
little anxiety.
I definitely
now.
agree with that. I think it's more in the
On
sense
the internet forever. I hope
Yeah,
this
but
channel works out
we-
because who's going to hire me? How am I going to be a dentist now? No one's going to take me seriously. Anyway, sorry.
you're fucked. You're basically fucked. I would say that it's not the it's not the people watching it that I'm worried about at all, because we get to choose what's in the edit. Like we get to pick that. Well, I mean, I get to pick that with Jax.
Yeah.
You don't watch the videos, but
I do.
once they're already up.
Half.
Anyways, but I would never put something in there that I think that you would be uncomfortable with.
It's not me being uncomfortable with it. It's if it fails and I need to get a real job one day and they're like, here's you vomiting in a Bob Ross outfit. How is anyone ever going to take you seriously? I'm like, fair enough. I wouldn't
get it.
either. But anyway,
You can just do
let's
it.
hope this works out.
You can do it
Keep
on OnlyFans
watching,
if things
subscribe,
fail.
and and then
Go on.
I mean, it
Sell
probably,
your organs on the black
yeah,
market.
it would. It definitely probably hurt my interpersonal kind of family relationships, but like that is an option. It's always an option that can be considered. I'll just skip out on family Christmas in the future, but that's fine.
Who needs it?
Who needs it?
Get your fucking feet away from me.
My feet was always here.
Okay. You were going to take your shoes off before you can do that?
I still feel like it's better than... We need this coffee table here. I don't think we should be able to see feet in the shot. Once the coffee table's here, it'll be fine.
Because then I'm just going to put my feet on the coffee table.
That's rude.
My jeans are up.
That's
Hold on.
rude.
I was going to say something, now I forget.
OnlyFans?
What were we talking about?
OnlyFans? Would you start
Oh,
an
no.
OnlyFans?
My worry is not what the people see on the internet. My worry is the people in the room that are completely sober while we're drunk. The internet, I can edit it before they see it. These motherfuckers have to see us the next week for the next shoot. And they're like, do you remember that? I'm like, no, I don't, because I was blackout drunk. There was a moment in the real versus fake alcohol where you guys made me chug the mimosa, which was not a normal glass. It was this massive fucking glass here. And I said, if I drink this now, it's ending badly. Look at a picture of me at the end of that video. That ended badly.
I don't think you ever look better, quite frankly.
We have made a rule now on when we make videos that somebody needs to bring a hairbrush because I looked disheveled, and that is the first time. I've always been like, no, it makes complete sense. Like, it's never made sense why I'm single. I'm a catch. Like, I get it. Like, I don't get it. But then that video, I was like, I get it. This is why. Who could love me looking like that?
Hey, now, don't be so hard on yourself. I think if they can't love you, then how does that saying go? They
If you can't love me at my worst, you can't have
don't
me at my
deserve
best.
me at my best or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, that.
That was my worst. That was definitely my worst. Did you see the message that my dad sent me the other day?
No, I didn't. What did
You
your dad
did because
say?
you messaged me about it. So
What did he say?
about saying that after seeing you with blonde, go back to the hairdressers.
Oh, yeah, but I didn't know what photo he was talking about.
So essentially, my father saw an old picture of me with blonde hair when I was about 21, 22. And then I'm on FaceTime with him, and he's like, oh, you just look so much younger. You look so much healthier. I go, I was 6 years younger. I was younger. I was healthier. It wasn't the colored hair.
I think the orange really suits you.
You are my biggest advocate with it, I would say.
I think like orange flatters you a lot, and I think it makes your blue eyes look better.
Thank you. Because my dad thinks that is the reason that I've not found a man. I heard my mum in the background saying, how are you going to find a husband when men are more attracted to blondes?
I don't think that's true. I think it's what they say about, what is that saying? Like, oh my God, what's that thing about like 10 as a, like an 8 as a blonde is a what as a, you know what I'm talking about?
Like the brunette thing?
A brunette. Okay, like a 10 out of 10 brunette is hotter than a 10 out of 10 blonde, but a average blonde is hotter than a average brunette. But then a 10 out of 10 redhead beats brunettes and blondes. But
So
then
you're
I
a
think
10 out of 10?
yeah, that's where I'm gonna. I think that's where that meant it was going. Is that I butchered that? Do you know what I mean? Have
But are
ever
you
heard that
saying I'm
before?
an average redhead?
I did realize at the end that an average redhead does rank below blonde and brunette, but a hot redhead is hotter than, and I think you're a hot redhead, beats blonde and brunette. I think you are. I believe you are.
out of the
I think
fucking
you are.
hole,
No,
bitch.
I
Are
think
you
you
kidding
are.
me? Okay, go
I-
sit with Gordon and Magella and have your fucking little...
I think you suit the red hair more.
Thank you.
I think I like it when it's more a natural redhead
Yeah.
than like too orange.
Yeah, it's definitely more- it's more natural now.
That's natural now. I
Yeah.
like that.
Thank you. Validation.
I hate like looking back on photos of yourself as a kid and you've got this gorgeous kind of highlights like honey blonde hair and these natural
And
waves.
you're like, the darkness is
and then you
coming.
just, I don't know what happens when you get older. It just turns to shit. And and another thing, you're using 2-in-1 shampoo and it looks like that. I get jealous
because
of
it's called
kids'
like
hair.
growth and hormones and like puberty is just like, here, have all of these like natural oils and like great things. Now it's like my body's like, please, I need extra.
Are we officially dying? At what age do you start like dying?
Dude, we have like, what do you mean? Dying is like 60, 70.
No, I think it's sooner than that. I think it's like
No.
25 you start dying.
No.
Our fertility's
I
on
don't
the
know if you know
decline.
this.
We are
I
declining.
don't know if you know this, but we're all dying.
We are all dying.
Everyone's
but there's
dying.
a while
10-year-old Timmy on the fucking streets dying.
At what age? Can we find out what age do you start dying? It is a lot earlier than
what?
you think. 20. Because you're
You
going
tell
out.
me 20 years into my fucking life I'm dying?
We're all dying. Because look, our collagen stops producing when we're 25.
Not if you prick yourself with a bunch of needles.
Yeah, okay, we've worked out things to make it slow a bit, but like we are definitely dying.
I think that's
We're
such a
on
funny...
the decline.
Dude, I'm about to turn 28. I don't want to hear about it. I'm feeling great.
It's
I'm
okay.
feeling great.
It's a slow decline. It's like a steep up and then just like a wee down the hill, you know?
Down what hill? The hill of death?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's like the hangovers are getting worse.
I honestly think they're the same as they've always been. It's okay. I know I look old. It's fine. I'm getting Botox on Wednesday. Wednesday? Tuesday. I've got to fill my face with it for my birthday. Ilsa, why did we start this?
Yeah, when did we start?
No, but why? What is
the
the point?
conversation about dying?
The channel. Why did we start it? Did we say that? Why did we start the channel, do you think?
I think we both started it because we were sick of posting on our own channels.
Oh, because you were posting so much?
Well, exactly, we
She was
weren't.
posting so consistent.
Hey,
I was posting when I dabbled with the idea of doing this.
Not as much as you used to, though.
You do 800 reaction
I'm
videos,
not-
then come and tell me how to feel, okay?
I'm not telling you how to feel. I'm saying we both were sick of posting, as you were. What I said, we both were sick of posting, I think. Maybe me more than you, if you want me to say that.
No, I don't know what would make me happy
We wanted
in this
a little
situation.
side hustle, I guess.
A side
quest, something new, something fresh, something with less
Fun,
pressure.
something wacky, something quirky.
fun, something we could rely on each other, like content-wise for, so it's less pressure on ourselves and just a new fun little thing that we're doing.
I think that I kind of got, I was bored. In the true laser beam form.
So what I said,
hold on. I am bored. You know how he makes those TikTok
Yeah.
videos where he's like, I'm bored. I
I'm
was fucking
bored.
bored. And I realized, I think our relationship, I knew that we always got along and I was very grateful that the person that my brother ended up with became one of my closest friends. But when we did lockdown together, I think that kind of brought us together in a way that we didn't expect. Like we were, obviously like we had our highs and our lows, but I think it kind of taught us that we can be around each other, you know, a lot of the time and still get along and bicker and fight and stuff, but get over it like
it
we're
went
siblings.
from like you're my boyfriend's sister to more like we were living together for a bit, so it became more of like a sibling relationship,
Which it still is.
It is. Oh, no, that's what I mean. It's
Yeah.
like, I feel like once you get to sibling relationship territory, there's no going back. Like I bicker with you like a sibling. now.
Oh, 100%, which I'm very happy about. I think it's great because that's what ECODs do. We bicker.
Oh, yeah. It takes me a while to get there. I don't think I've got another sibling. I think you need to live with someone to become a sibling relationship.
Oh, definitely. I would agree. But I think that's what... So yeah, we've had a lot of fights on the channel. But I thought that, you know, realizing that we got along so well, and I knew that Ilsa has been making content maybe not that consistently for a while. What? Crazy. What do you mean? That I knew that she was always kind of in Lannon's videos or guest my videos, and she's never kind of been like the main person in her, like in anyone's stuff except for like your own, which obviously is few and far between. So I thought that this was like a great opportunity because I think it's kind of like, what is it, yin and yang? It's like I am loud, outgoing, insane. You're also insane, which I've learned. But
It
think
takes a while to get there.
when
though.
people see you, they're like, oh, Ilsa's so cute and innocent. Look at her pink sheep in Minecraft. And then you get into drunk fucking gaming and you're just like yelling at me, screaming at me, punching me. It's like they're getting to see a side of you that I know personally. And to see you shine in this kind of context, in this kind of setting, has been one of the greatest things that I've ever experienced. I think we mesh together so well.
I think so too. I hope people like that side of myself.
I think so. I mean, I like it. I think it's great. Does Lana
see.
like it?
I don't know. I think so.
He hasn't watched the video, so
I mean, he dates me and would hopefully see that
You're
side.
dating my brother?
So, I mean, I guess he would. But yeah, I guess that does make me think that like most of my content has been more
Wholesome.
of that wholesome.
So wholesome
So
and
then it's like,
innocent.
they're like, who is this bitch? You know?
I honestly thought the exact same thing when we started recording, because I was like, I know who you are, but I also was like very, you know, aware of how you might be when you actually start recording. Because I
Yeah.
know, like, you know, you're getting used to having like the team full of people around and having all of these like lights and stuff. Like you're used to just recording at your setup or recording in my office back in Sydney. So it's like, I was kind of unsure of how you would go in that situation, and then you come in, you're a fucking psychopath, you're competitive, you're annoying, and you're punching me, and I'm like, what is going on?
I mean, yes, I'm multifaceted, some might say. Okay, I wouldn't say that like the version of me playing Minecraft isn't me. Definitely me. I can't like fake
What does it say?
any kind of content.
Get a girl who could do both.
Yes, exactly. I'm a girl who can do both. And yes, this is the other side. So hope you like it.
Maybe that's why we don't have views yet. They're like, oh,
Yeah, true. That
disgusting.
could be it. They're like, this is
I don't like. This is not the Ilsa right now.
No.
I just
What
see
is
her
that puffy
crying
mouth?
when I just see her crying when Lennon kills the fucking sheep.
I know.
How's your cocktail going? It's getting better the more I drink it.
Scrum diddly umptious.
Hold on, let me read Jax's doc
Oh,
that
did
he
give us
prepared
some
earlier.
questions?
Bless him. He was like, first podcast episode, and he's got all the cocktails and stuff. He's so cute. Q&A, some audience questions from Instagram. Would you ever start a podcast? Well, shit. Look
Would
at us
you ever
now.
start a podcast? You put that down.
Yeah. How did you guys meet?
We met at the Christmas party the same night I met Lannon. I met you first, really. So
can I
I've
say?
known Tanner longer than I've known Lannon.
By about 10 minutes, potentially.
I would say an hour.
An hour?
I would think
was
an
this
hour.
before or after you stalked him?
Well, clearly before, wasn't it?
So there's this whole thing about the fact that Ilsa stalked Lannon, and we were with my parents the other night, sitting around with the whole family, and then Dad's like, "It's okay, Ilsa. We know you stalked him."
It's annoying though, because it makes me look like a weirdo. Like I think stalk implies that I went to the party with, like I've researched him, you know? Like
No, you
I've
just saw him across the room, and you were like, "Him. I want him," and then you followed him around.
Well, it's because everyone else, he just didn't introduce himself at that party, and I was like, oh, he thinks he's too cool, you know? It's like that kind of
And little
toxic,
did you
like,
know.
I was just like, oh, he's not talking to me. I like him. And really, it was just,
he's just shy and nervous.
just socially awkward. But
Lannon?
yeah.
Socially awkward? No.
I know. But when you don't know he's socially awkward, it comes off as like a I'm too cool kind of thing.
That's what the
which-
vibe that you see. It's so weird for me to hear
Yeah.
that, because it's like, I know Lannon, and I know he's just so awkward.
No,
that it's like,
I saw that and I was like, a challenge. And I was like,
And look at you now.
And now, yeah, I conquered.
you did.
So that's how we met.
I would say that there was a moment in that night where, you know, your siblings, Grace and Elliot, and myself all looked at each other in the room and went, "We all good with this?" Yep. And we all did like a little pact, and we're like, "Yep, we all good with this? Yep, perfect. All right,
Yeah.
let's walk away and let it cook."
And
And
it
then
cooked.
it fucking cooked. And then we
cooked.
went out like probably like a week later during like the courting phase of what was Lan and Ilsa's honeymoon phase of their relationship. And Ilsa got so wasted that
Wasted. Can I give some background to why I was wasted? So
okay, that's not gonna make you sound better.
It does. I think it does make me sound better. I think the audience will sympathize with my reason. I'd never been on a table before at a club where basically they buy bottles, okay? And you buy the bottle costs like $750, and
between like 15 of us.
between
probably.
15 people at like a big bottle of vodka, basically. And I'd never been on a table before. And we were leaving and I was like, half the bottle, it's like, it's not drank, you know? That's That's like $300 of alcohol right there. So I was like, we have to drink it. This is wasteful. But I was just drinking it. So I got a bit silly. And I think that is relevant, okay? Like that definitely is relevant. Well, I wasn't going to the bar a million times. I was trying to be less wasteful.
You were trying to be less wasteful.
I had pure intentions.
And in return, we went to go to the next bar and we hopped in the elevator to go up and the secchi looked at you and said, she's not going anywhere.
Thank God he
and
said
then
that,
we went home, the three of us, and essentially we hopped out of the Uber. We dived straight into this like little like emergency exit of the building. Ilsa's throwing up. She slips in her own vomit. I'm holding her hair back. I'm like, I've met this girl a week ago. And then we go upstairs. We're in the bathroom. I'm holding her hair back again. We're all having a little laugh, whatever. It's great. I go to sleep because I'm wasted as well. And then Lannon tells me in the morning that apparently when I went to sleep, Ilsa just hops up, runs out the fire, like emergency exit, the fire door. And then he leaves to go and chase her, brings her back up, totally fine. Then she runs out again.
You missed the vomit in the hallway bit.
You vomited in the hallway.
I vomited in the apartment hallway. So he was left cleaning that up again. But I was just so embarrassed that I was like, I need to leave this place. And I made it 10 times worse in the process.
Yeah, I think if you knew who you would, like in hindsight, you would know that Lan and I are like one of the most understanding people. It not so much Lannon, but me. I'm like, Ilsa, you don't even know what I've done on nights out. Like I've done so much bad that I've woken up and been like, I hate myself. I would never let anyone wake up the next morning and make them feel like a piece of shit for what they did the night before.
No, I don't think I'd ever been around people quite like you before. In the morning, Lannon says like, I like you even more because you're imperfect. And I was like, what the fuck? I just made you clean up my vomit 3 times and you like me more.
And I remember Ilsa walked in and she was like, oh my God. She's like, I'm so embarrassed. I was like, Ilsa, trust me, man. I've done some bad shit. I was like,
you're like, this ain't nothing.
I was like, this is literally nothing. I was like, you're so fine. Don't even worry about it. She's like, really? This is like, you were still anxious, but you were like, oh, okay, this is fine. Cause we like hung out that day and everything. So it was like, it was sweet. Like it was fine.
It was good, but I wanted to tie.
I mean, yeah, we've all been there.
Yeah, I mean, have we all been there with like the guy that you're like liking and dating, and then you go over there and like
do something
that?
embarrassing?
It's like I don't think we've all been there.
I've definitely been there.
Okay, good.
Me myself, 100% been there, multiple times, multiple different people.
Okay, good.
Where you wake up the next morning, you're like, damn, why did I do that?
Why did I do that?
But then it's the same sort of thing. It's like the thing that we were talking about before is like everyone is drunk. You got to remember that if you're saying something dumb, most of the time everyone else in that club or bar is also drunk. Like you only remember what you do and like you're hyper focused on that. Everyone else is the same. That's what I try to remember. And also the more that I hang around the people that we hang around, I felt more anxious when we first like had this new group and all this kind of stuff where I was like, oh my God, these people don't know me. And then all of a sudden I'm like this drunk mess. Now I'm like, you hand me a tequila shot, I'm getting blackout. That's your fault.
I agree. I think I remember being in college and like I used to like wake up and hate myself when I was hungover. And then I learnt a trick, which was to talk to yourself like you would a friend when you're hungover. Which is like, if I had a friend who was hungover, I'm not gonna be like, you were so embarrassing. Oh my God, do you remember what you said? Like, I'm gonna be like,
Lannon does that to me.
He does do that now, to be fair. But you just say like, you were funny, you were fine. No one remembers, no one cares. Like that's what I would personally say to a friend.
Even
so
if
then
they
I
were
was just
embarrassing
like,
as hell. I'd be like, it's fine.
even if you were, no one cares. Like no one cares.
If you're going on a night out, everyone's drinking. I'm sorry. The collateral of that night is no one's responsibility. Shit happens. It's fine. I've literally had to take my friend from a night out we caught the train to Newcastle, went out. She was so blackout drunk that we literally pulled her over on the side of the road at McDonald's in Newcastle, and the Salvation Army came and was like, is she okay? And I was no.
How'd the Salvation Army
just like hang
get
around
there?
Newcastle and they like checking to make sure everyone's okay.
Why
and
do
essentially,
I only know salvos through salvos?
It is Salvos is Salvation Army.
Okay.
Same thing. Salvos.
I didn't know they just like lurk around.
It's kind of like, it's like what is the red frog
Red
thing?
frogs. Okay,
Yeah.
red frogs, yeah.
It's similar to that.
Okay.
So essentially and then they take her and me. So I leave. I don't go out with everyone. I'm like, my friend's drunk. I'm going to take care of her. She's rolling around in the dirt, vomit everywhere. You think the next morning I was like, wow, that was embarrassing. I was like, you were fine. Don't even worry about it. Because I'm her friend that she trusted. I took care of her. I've been her friend for years. Why would I make her feel bad about a situation that she's already going to feel bad about?
Yeah. And if anything, it's kind of validating, really. When
I
someone else
love
does something embarrassing,
Dude.
you're like, it's so fun. We all do that. I do that. Like, that's what it
Ilsa,
is.
when you hate to bring this up because I know that it's a
are you
trauma
about
spot
to
for
do?
you. When you ruined Lannon's passport in Vegas,
It wasn't my fault.
It was your
my fault, but like,
essentially Ilsa, they went to Vegas, which I wasn't invited to because I got too drunk on the last trip we went to. And I was like, oh my God, I can't go to this thing because I got too wasted. And then Ilsa proceeds in a foreign country, in America of all countries, which is like the strictest country when it comes to like in and out. Maybe not so much out, but in definitely. Ruins Lannon's passport in Vegas. So then I hear that news and I say this with the greatest respect. I was like, yes. I was like, thank God I am not the only problem.
yeah, it was bad. But I will, like, basically, I ruined his passport because, again, I'm going to not blame myself entirely. We went to an American club for the first time in Australia, very strong.
Being like literally on the first.
In Australia, we have very strong RSA laws, responsible service of alcohol. In America, not so much. So it's not my fault.
I blame the system.
I
I blame the system.
We were at a table again, and they were giving us shots on shots on shots, lots of alcohol in Vegas for the first time as well. So you're going to get a bit silly. And we went back. I think what happened was maybe there was vomit on his pants, and I decided to put them in the wash by putting them in the shower. And I just left the hot water running on them. And
Like,
turns
went
out
to
he
sleep.
kept his passport in his pocket. How was I meant to know? I wasn't.
But weren't you dating for a while at that point?
He's weird the way he carries. He needs to get an ID. He needs a physical ID.
Okay,
he
he
needs a
doesn't-
plastic ID. He
He
can't be
does
carrying
need a
around his
plastic
passport
ID.
like
For
that.
context, Lannon only carries around his passport when it comes to going out, which is a
So-
fucking dumb thing because a passport is the most important document that
It is.
you can own other than your birth certificate.
It is.
And then you literally carry it around in your pocket wherever we go.
Unzipped. An unzipped pocket. I will take 75% of the blame. I think that's fair.
I think that's fair as well. But it still made me feel great. So
Okay,
thank
I'm
you.
glad. I'm glad I
appreciate
could
it.
help
Because I was like,
someone.
damn, I'm not the only motherfucker that is annoying when they're drunk.
Yeah. That was bad. But I will say anyway.
It's his fault.
It was a team effort. Team effort.
that has continued to be brought up everywhere.
I know. You know, he poured water on his passport.
Yes, when we're in London. Oh, Malta.
Yeah.
And he aired it out. I'm like, this is what I was like. My passport is in my bag. It stays in my bag because I have an Australian ID that is both physical and digital.
Oh, so you've got the card as well.
I do have a card, yeah. I don't
Okay.
have it with me now, but it's like
but when you travel.
when I travel, I have my physical ID. Yeah, it's like I would never carry my passport out with me ever.
Nah, it's not worth it. I'd rather not be let in a club than let in my home country, I guess.
But they let him through. They
did. He has a thick accent, so that helps.
Also, he was leaving America.
And that.
They were
And
like,
Qantas.
we don't give a fuck. You're leaving the country. It was more about him getting into Australia.
True. What started that topic?
I'm glad you know.
How we met? Did we
Oh,
go from
okay.
how
I
we
just
met to there?
some audience questions from Instagram.
Oh.
Will Tanner ever find love? What the fuck? I ask myself this question every single day. I've accepted the fact that I may die alone, and I'm okay with that.
You know, I think that's a good place to be at. And you see the surveys that they run that single, unmarried, childless women are the happiest.
But is it that because the only people that have the time to do the survey is women with no children?
No, I don't think that's
'Cause
how
who's
it
doing the
works.
surveys?
I don't think it's how it's worked, but I think a unmarried, childless woman is happier than a married woman with children.
I would agree, yes. But I
And
also
then
think
next rank is married men, apparently, are happier than
okay.
unmarried men.
is that because they're cheating on their wives?
I think it's because they get like unpaid domestic labor done for them.
So basically they're being mothered by their wives.
Yeah, they have less chores to do, I suppose.
Well, yeah, an unmarried
chores.
man is like not getting laid and also not having his clothes washed for him.
Yeah, yes. So I don't think it's a bad spot to be. I think it's fine.
I think that something that therapy taught me at a young age is that you have to accept and adapt and enjoy every part of your life, no matter what circumstance it is.
Yeah.
So it's like, I would be happy in a relationship, yes. Would I be happy without one? Also, yes. It's like so many people are like, oh my God, I need to find somebody. It's like, yes, I am mindful of the fact that I would like to have a relationship, but it's not the bane of my existence. I'm like, I have the most, and maybe that's because of the privilege and unique situation that I've been given with this life and what we're doing. It's like every day is great because it's like, there's moments where I'm like, oh, it would be really nice to have somebody to share this with. But it's like, I still have so many amazing friends around me and all of these incredible experiences where I don't have to kind of, not that you have to answer to somebody in a relationship, but you have to be mindful of somebody else's emotions and constantly. Like, you have to be, as soon as you find a partner that you love and you want to be with, their feelings and emotions come into everything you do, which is okay. But it's like, I can enjoy that not being a part of my life at this period of time.
Yeah, I think that's a good spot to be. I think the whole like found my other half thing is not correct. I think you want to be your own whole, and if you can find someone who complements your whole.
Pardon? What did you say about who's complimenting your whole? Rod and Alison are watching this right now. So
you know
disappointed.
what I mean. You know what I mean.
You hear that, Mum and Dad? Somebody is complimenting her
if someone
whole.
can make you a whole and a half, that's that's what you want in life. To
I just want somebody to
compliment
fill
that.
my what?
That is what you want.
But yeah, life's good.
But
with
yeah.
it. Life's good without. Life's good with. And I also think that there is, say for example, so many people that are married that are unhappy. So many people with children who are unhappy. So many people that have no kids are unhappy. So many people that are single.
Unhappy
I'm
people
like,
everywhere.
Just be happy. You know, which obviously,
Don't
as I
worry.
said, comes from a place of massive privilege because it's like we live a life that is incredible. Cocktails?
Oh, look at that crema.
I could.
You did. Oh wow. Okay. I honestly wow.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You've popped off with that that glossy.
That doesn't look watery at all.
That's actually really nice.
Well done.
Yeah, it is good.
Well done. I did get a question on a reel that I put up recently of me and Lannon talking about people who stand up and wipe their ass. So do you know that people stand up when they're wiping their ass? Like when they're taking a shit, they go like this.
I thought most people do that.
Do you stand up?
I mean, I personally don't, but I always felt shame saying I don't because I
What
feel
do you
like
mean?
most
You
people
do a little. What do you?
Well, no,
What
I'm
do you
not
mean?
saying I'm not saying I
Well,
do.
it kind
but
of sounds
I
like you're saying that you stand up and
I
wipe your
have to
ass.
say,
That's the
I have to
vibe I was
say,
getting.
No, I have to say I'm actually a sitter, but I have
No,
thought
sitting is not okay. Hey, who's standing? Who's sitting?
I know
Sitting.
a lot.
So like a little bit of a. Yeah, you lift the butt
okay.
cheek.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, you just tilt a little bit. Who the fuck is standing?
Because I feel like I always kept that sitting shit to myself because I was like, people
You
stand.
are the norm.
Okay, good. Okay.
I had a situation where we were in a villa in Bali and there was only one toilet. And both my friend and I got Bali belly. And so when you have Bali belly, you're shitting and you're also vomiting. That's a problem because you're trying to shit where you're vomiting where you shit. And so essentially, luckily enough, I didn't have the pooping end of it at that point. So she's and vomiting in one. I'm down on the front lawn, vomiting, crying, calling mum, being like, please come and get me. But yes, when I've had a stomach bug back at home, that's the biggest situation that I've found myself in is like finding a bucket. So I'm like, I can vomit in here and then pour it into the toilet. Because if you're then vomiting into the bowl that you've just shat in, then it's more likely to make you vomit more. I'd be less likely to vomit in a toilet than shit in a toilet. Because my mouth is close to where somebody shat.
I would agree. I don't know if I've ever been in a position where I've needed to vomit in a public toilet or on a plane. I don't think I've ever done that. But I don't think I would have an issue with going to the toilet where someone was vomited because I would assume they'd lift the lid. I'd hope they'd lift the lid. So I've never really thought about that actually.
Great. Now I've got this hyper fixation of like, I think it's more the shitting thing. I'm like, I don't want to vomit where somebody shat.
No, because then you're inhaling someone else's.
But I feel like public vomiting, I'm chill with that.
Yeah.
Like I've vomited in all kinds of places. I've peed in all kinds of places. You know, I went to a festival when I was like probably 19 on the Central Coast, or maybe it was in Newcastle. And I remember we got off the train. I was like busting to go to the toilet, and like, you know, those situations, there's like thousands of people trying to get to the festival. So every bathroom's taken. I'm like, I'm going to burst my bladder if I don't pee right now. I go into this like garage area that I was like, perfect. I can pee here. I'm peeing. I look up in the corner. There's a CCTV camera and I'm like,
Why do I look?
and I'm like, this is it, guys. I was like, and in that moment, I'm like, I think it was when I just started YouTube and I was like, my fucking life is over. I'm going to be on the news and pissing in public. Like, then I look back, I'm like, no one cares in Australia. No one gives a fuck if you piss in public.
No. I mean, I've seen people get done for it at schoolies.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen police.
School is
like,
different though.
I think I've seen a few boys get done for pissing in the street.
Well, I think they're more obliged to do it in like a place because they can just whip it out and do it wherever.
Yeah.
Whereas like women, they still have to have a little bit of privacy. They're not just dropping their pants in the middle of the street.
No.
I mean, there is some obviously, but.
Yeah.
Next subject.
How long did we talk about pissing and shit for?
That's funny. That's funny though. This one just says, Clip Farm, prompts from Discord. Talk about tanning your asshole.
It's niche. It's a niche topic.
Why is that a prompt from Discord? Did we talk about, I think it was in our podcast topics.
What, like apparently you absorb the most vitamin D through, I mean, is that just a sick
but
joke?
it's also just like, how about we test it? Go tan your asshole. I do a lot. You do this one.
I
Please.
don't think, like, I'd feel like I'd need a it feels like a delicate
really easy
area.
to burn it, 100%. Like you could get skin cancer.
Burning
on
your
fucking
asshole would
arsehole.
be awful.
I love how it's like Ilsa's dick drawing obsession.
I feel like we've talked about that enough.
We have spoken about it. There is a TikTok clip about it, but basically Ilsa has a dick drawing obsession.
I think I'm maturing. I'm maturing.
In the last 6 months you've matured? I saw you draw a 5 meter long cock upstairs.
I hadn't had a whiteboard in my life for a long time, okay? I
and
haven't
that is
drawn
an extra
one.
big whiteboard.
Yeah.
You haven't drawn one since you were in school and got almost suspended for drawing a dick.
There is a penis on set. There is a dick on set.
That's Tanner.
Okay,
The only penis on set is the one Tanner did.
To be fair, okay, you want to talk about drawing dicks on that shoot specifically? You literally drew a massive
I'm just
cock,
pointing at that one.
and then I painted over it to make sure that the video could still be family friendly because you tried to ruin it.
I didn't try to ruin it. I was doing a portrait of you and you have a sick mind. And that's it.
I'm going to tell Jax you hate his espresso martini, by the way.
It's actually pretty good.
I just want to say that this is our first proper full production recording, and I think we've done okay. I think we've done it. I like when I look over and I say something and at least he's gone. That's when I know we're funny.
Like they're not paid to agree. Like, no, this is going good. Would they ever shake their head?
I just don't think they would do anything.
Okay,
I think it would be like
stone face.
There
Like,
would be no. I just don't think that they're gonna.
if we're staring at them, they're gonna nod.
You both did the exact same thing where you were like,
I'm always honest.
no, 100%. I think it's like, obviously they're here to do a job, but it's like they're not gonna laugh if they don't have to laugh.
Oh, they're not gonna. Yeah, but if we
Because
say,
also
"Is
it's
this
like
going
when
good?"
when Jakey laughs, not so much here because he's got a monopod, but it's like when he laughs when we're shooting, it shakes the camera, so he's not laughing on purpose.
No, I agree with that. But if we say, "Is this funny?" and we stare at them, they're gonna nod. They're gonna nod.
Is this funny?
It's awkward. Admit.
You
You
shake
can't
the-
not nod.
shake
You'll be
me
like, good. Actually,
I was watching back. What was I watching before? It must have been the Whisper Challenge, where I got the raw footage, the first draft of the Whisper Challenge, and all I can hear in the background is everyone laughing.
Oh,
because I
good.
think I said something. We'll have to watch it later. You were saying the most rogue shit. It was hilarious.
I honestly didn't even remember that video existed until I saw Jax watching it upstairs. I was like, "What is that video?" He's like,
I think
"Oh, the
that's-
Whisper Challenge." I was like, "Totally forgot I did that."
I think we did that probably Well, that would probably be like the oldest one that we've done that hasn't been uploaded. I would say, because then we did pottery, and I think that's it from the.
I'm excited
first
for the
round.
pottery scene.
I think.
So
Ilsa and I did pottery, and then we recreated. What was that? Patrick Swayze
Yeah.
ghost.
Yeah.
There's many things that I'm happy to do with my probably future sister-in-law. That was not on my list.
It looked like a scene from, like, I know we were trying to recreate it, but even without that, it looked like a scene like straight from a rom-com. Like the lighting, it just looked so, our outfits, it looked very romantic.
How good is that pottery though? We did such
I mean,
a good job.
I know.
was like, I haven't even
I tell you
seen
what,
it yet.
we should add our
We
pottery.
really need to go get that.
Our pottery
keep forgetting.
can come on the set.
Oh,
It can be on the
true.
shelves.
Or it looks like arse, and we're like, if they did, we've
They're
just
like,
got to like AI
no way are they
recreate it.
coming back for this. Like,
No, he said he'd let you know though. He said no. They said that they'd let us know before they
Okay.
throw it out,
good.
because we do
Very
need to get a
good.
clip of us reacting to it before we put that up.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, I think when it comes to like, I thought we were close before the channel. We're definitely close now.
We're definitely closer.
Some would say too close. It's annoying,
Some
actually.
would. Like, we would.
What's the most annoying thing about each other?
Well, Ilsa's is an easy one, and she knows what it is, so it's difficult. Ilsa's most annoying trait is her inability to understand the concept of time.
Okay, I would say I have bad time management, but you also have really good time management, more so than the average person.
I would agree with that.
Okay.
And I understand that. And I just think,
Even a good time, like you're at the top, you're at one end of the spectrum, I'm at the other. And I think maybe I'm not all the way at the end. There are people that are worse than me,
definitely.
definitely.
I can name a few.
Could name a few. So I think it's the contrast. And I think I've spent my life with a lot of people who they might be a bit better than me, but they're not like end of the scale better than me. And there's just an understanding.
I think, to be fair, when we went to Europe, my time management changed, and I hated it because
You
it's like,
hated it?
I hated it because I hate feeling like I'm rushing to get ready, and I also hate feeling like I'm late somewhere, and I hate feeling like I don't have enough time. I'd rather be an hour early than 5 minutes late, guaranteed. I would rather, like, when it comes to appointments, I'd rather sit in the car for half an hour than be 5 minutes late and have the feeling that I am wasting somebody else's time. Like, for example, when I go and get my skin done, she's the most chill lady in the world. Like, if I'm there half an hour late, like, she doesn't care. If I cancel 5 minutes before, she'll be like, don't worry, sweetie, all good. Like, she's the nicest person ever. But I still feel incredibly anxious driving there if I know I'm going to be 5 minutes late. 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like such an internal thing that I don't know where it's come from. I think it's
Yeah,
dad.
I wonder
It must
where
be
it has
dad.
come from.
It's definitely dad.
I don't know where I'm a little, I definitely I don't like the feeling of wasting someone else's time.
No, I don't think it's
But
definitely
like,
that.
if I'm going to a dinner reservation and I booked at 8, I can rock up at 8:10 and I know that there's a 15-minute grace period and I'm cool with that.
No,
you know?
see, I'm 7:50.
But then they're like, do you want to sit in the bar?
No, because it's like you at least with the intention to rock up at 7:50, and then if you get there at 8, like if I am rocking up to a dinner late, I'm messaging everyone being like, I'm so sorry, I'll be there soon. Like, oh my god, I'm on
At
my
8
way.
when the reservation was made.
if I'm going to be there at 8:10, I hate myself. I hate myself.
See, I just don't.
I am aware of this. I know. I've dealt with it.
And I
many,
think
many a time.
Maybe it's because, like, if I go out for dinner with my friends and they're kind of similar, like, I think I give my friends a 20-minute grace period, I would say, where I'm like, they're doing stuff. It's okay. Life.
Okay, I've grown to
But-
accept who you are.
I think I've been lucky to get so far in life with friends like that. And I think I don't like making people feel like, you know?
But yes, I do understand the fact that you're dealing with Lan and I, who are on the other end, that are like always early, always on time. But it's like, if there's a situation where, say, for example, we're going out and I'm waiting by the elevator to book an Uber and you're still putting your makeup on, and I'm like, hurry the up.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell everyone what you're doing upstairs before?
What, upstairs? My makeup? My makeup's like, if I leave and I'm not happy with my makeup, I'm having a bad night. I'm so conscious of like my wings off, and it's like a reoccurring thought. Like there's my makeup is done and then I go. And unfortunately, some days my wings aren't cooperating and I need extra time, and that's bad. I'm stressed, you're stressed, we're all stressed. But like, there's no, we're going now. It's like, no, but my makeup's not done. I physically like can't walk out the door. Like I'd rather cancel and be like, sorry guys, you go on. I'll meet up with you in an hour. My makeup's not done. You won't see me until it's done. There is no in between.
It's a fucking winged eyeliner.
There isn't.
You look great with, you look great without. What about my eyeliner right now?
I wouldn't notice it on. It's like, it's my face.
You
it's
know
like,
it's an irrational
fear,
though.
It'd be like me walking out with like a weird outfit. Like that's the feeling of like, I'm not ready.
One wonky eyeliner to wearing like a botched outfit.
I can.
You
because
can't.
Everyone's looking at my eyes. People make eye contact.
No one is aware of your eyeliner. Has anyone ever been like...
I am.
Has anyone ever been like, your eyeliner is a little bit wonky?
No, but they wouldn't say that. They wouldn't say that. But I know
This
it.
is what
and
I'm
I know
doing
they're
then.
thinking it.
Okay, so what's my problem?
What do I not like about you? Or what do I find annoying about you?
what do I fucking hate about you?
What's annoying?
I'm hot, I'm sexy, incredible work ethic.
You're too punctual? Like, no, I don't know. I don't know. I can't really think of something.
Because
what have I said before?
The time management one for you is like something we've been talking about for years. So it's not like, there's nothing that about you that necessarily like really makes me mad, because I know who you are, and I know that at the end of the day your intentions are pure. And I think that the things that you do that maybe annoy me or frustrate me aren't necessarily like who you are as a person. So I just don't even care.
I also have time blindness, okay? Like I am time blind.
Yeah, but like
15 minutes is 15 minutes to me.
What's wrong with me?
Well, I'm trying to think about that.
That's good. See, that takes, when somebody's trying to think about what's wrong with you and then she lists the whole thing. She's like, well, actually I thought of it. Dum, 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 dum.
What's something you do that annoys me?
My nickname is literally Mum for Ilsa, so I just, if she's gonna shit on her mother right now, it's...
I'll tell you what annoys me about you.
Okay, bitch, let's...
Sometimes, like, and this is super niche, if I'm brushing my teeth and you get bothered by me brushing my teeth, when I'm brushing my teeth in a bathroom, I'm like, this is a you problem, you need to leave.
But
if
I
I'm
know
brushing
that.
my teeth.
I know, I'm aware of that when...
But you're like, can you not? I'm like, I'm brushing my teeth. I'm going to finish brushing my teeth.
No, but
if you don't like me brushing my teeth,
that is very niche.
Make yourself.
I know that.
Scarce.
But I think it's just more me vocalizing the fact that I have an issue with it. But I'm not necessarily saying you shouldn't brush your teeth. I'm just saying, oh, that annoys me. I don't know why the brushing the teeth
and that's a
thing,
you problem.
It is a me problem. I'm aware of that.
So that's my thing.
That's
a
pretty. That is a
it's
pretty
niche.
good
That's
thing.
pretty
That's
good.
A pretty. I mean, I'll take it. I think it's like people brushing their teeth. Is it with an electric toothbrush? It wouldn't be. No?
I just don't think you like the sound of brushing.
No, it's more.
Teeth.
It's normal. It's
normal?
a normal
Okay.
toothbrush. Electric, I can live with. My friend Lexi, who lived with me for a little bit, motherfucker, she brushed her teeth. I was like, get the fuck away from me.
I just don't think...
She brushed her teeth so aggressively. I think that's where my fear came from.
I just don't think
it's like
you
nails
can
on a
get...
chalkboard.
I don't think you can get upset at people for brushing their...
No, I completely agree. I'm just voicing that it annoys me. I'm not saying that it's a you problem. I'm saying like this
But
right
it'd be
now.
like, kind of like, can you stop breathing? You know, like your breathing is annoying. And it's like, what do you want me to do, man? Like, it'll be over in 2 minutes.
What you're saying is fair, and I respect it. But the sound of people brushing their teeth, and also like
It sounds like a you problem.
a fork and a knife scratching against each other, and then when people bite into
I
people
that.
bite into their fork, they eat a meal, and they like say you got a piece of juicy steak on the end of the fork.
I don't
onto
like...
the fucking fork.
I don't
I'm
like when people
what
bite
are you
cutlery.
doing? Your teeth touching the metal, and then they go to clean off the mess, and they clean the two metals together. I'm like, get the fuck away from me.
I think it depends. Like, I agree, people shouldn't be biting their cutlery. Sometimes when people like sometimes the odd scrape happens here and
That's
there.
okay.
Here
and
and
also like
there,
when they were scraping their fork, you know, cleaning up, and it kind of like scrapes against the
Plate.
porcelain.
If they're making
glass?
a habit of it, if it's like that's annoying. If it's the odd scraping here and there, I think there's a grace kind of
100%,
that
it's
you've got to
balance.
give.
It's a
You've got to
balance.
give.
But also shut the fuck up, because it's nasty.
But this is a me problem that you have to accept. Perhaps.
Well, I guess we better finish then.
Yeah, we should finish. Well,
I'm happy with what. Oh no.
Alana's back again. We're wrapping up. This is the outro.
Do you want to come do the finale? Sit down.
Nah.
Are you proud of us
Anyway.
yet?
Ah, good job. Finish.
Okay, well, thank you very much for watching. We will see you in our next interview with... I don't know who it's
Chad
going to
from Cold Ones.
be. Maybe.
Yeah, not me first.
See, I told you you'd be butthurt. I told you.
Yeah. Maybe it's Lannon. Maybe it's Chad.
Lannon's gonna be in the next one, so please subscribe. We're desperate. Please.
Who will it be? Find out.